Let's go!
Hey, welcome back to Ali and Mates. I'm Ali, and thanks for joining us for this week's episode.
Let's go! Fun fact of the week.
Did you know that koalas have 2 thumbs on each front paw? Those extra thumbs help them grip tree branches. They also have fingerprints just like humans, and they can sleep up to 20 hours a day.
But there's only 24 hours in an entire day. What a waste.
Yeah, they're up and about for a good time, not a long time. Welcome to This or That, where I ask you 3 rapid-fire questions and you need to answer straight away. There's no time for thinking and there's no right or wrong. You ready? Let's go. Would you rather eat chips or ice cream? Would you rather be the fastest runner in the world or the best singer in the world? And finally, would you rather be able to talk to animals or speak every language in the world? Time's up. Good job.
Ali. Hey, Ali, can you tell me a true story? True story time.
A few years ago, in a country called Thailand, a boys' soccer team went exploring in a cave. They were only planning to be there for an hour or 2, but they didn't come out until 2 weeks later.
What happened?
Well, heavy rain caused the cave to flood, and the 12 boys and their coach became trapped deep inside. It was dark and cold, and as the water kept rising, they had to move deeper and deeper into the cave to find dry land. They had no food, but they did have drinkable water dripping slowly from the cave walls. When the families realized where the boys were, they sounded the alarm. Rescue teams of expert divers rushed in from all over the world, including Australia. After 9 long days, divers finally found where the boys were, more than 4 kilometers from the cave entrance. But there was a huge problem. Strong currents filled the narrow tunnels, and the boys wouldn't be able to swim out on their own. But more heavy rain was on its way, so time was running out. One of the real-life heroes who came to help was an Australian man named Richard Harris. He was both an expert cave diver and a doctor. He knew how dangerous the rescue would be. The tunnels were tiny and they were completely underwater. They would have been so hard to navigate even for the best divers, let alone some teenage boys who weren't very strong swimmers. So Richard made a very tough decision. To save the boys, he used a special medicine called anesthetic to gently put them to sleep, one by one, so they wouldn't panic while being carried through the dark, flooded cave.
Jeez, that would have been really scary.
After 3 days, they all made it out. Every single boy survived because people worked together, didn't give up, and used their skills to help others. Those 13 boys and coach have lived to tell the tale. Wow.
Mystery sound. Can you guess the mystery sound?
Alrighty, time for our mystery sound. Listen closely and see if you can guess what this sound is. Any ideas? If you guessed cereal being poured into a bowl, you're spot on. Well done.
Words of life. Words of life. From the Bible.
Have you ever wondered what God really wants from us? Well, the Bible gives us a very clear answer. In 1 John chapter 3, verse 23, it says, "And this is his command, to believe in the name of his Son, Jesus Christ, and to love one another as he commanded us." That's basically God saying, trust Jesus and love people.
That sounds pretty simple.
It really is. Jesus is someone you can always count on. He cares deeply about you, and he's shown us in the Bible how we can live a life that's pleasing to him. And loving one another, that just means being kind and forgiving and helping others and treating people the way Jesus treated us. This week, look out for ways that you can help a friend who's sad, share your toys, say sorry when you mess up, or include someone who looks like they're lonely. That is all loving like Jesus.
So love God and share his love with others.
Exactly.
Kids Corner!
Okay, welcome to Kids Corner, where we share jokes from our listeners, and today's joke comes from Noah from Samoa.
Hi, Ali. Why did the bike fall over?
Why did the bike fall over?
Because it was too tired.
I love it. Thank you so much, Noah. And if you'd like your joke on the show, ask an adult to read the show notes.
History tidbit.
Let's step back in time to when cars were sold in Australia without seatbelts.
Wait, no seatbelt? Safety shouldn't will not be happy.
Back in the 1950s, cars didn't have the seatbelts we're used to today. People just sat in the car. They held onto the steering wheel or the seat and they just hoped for the best.
Did they have car seats like boosters for kids?
None of that. So a lot of people got hurt in accidents. A lot of people died. And that's why in 1964, the Australian government made seatbelts mandatory in new cars. And later, laws made it compulsory for everyone to actually wear them. At first, some people complained about it. But over time, seatbelts saved thousands of lives. Now it's just something we do automatically whenever we hop in a car. Welcome to Thankful Thoughts, where we stop and think for a moment and share something we're grateful for this week. For me, I'm really thankful that I got to take my kids ice skating. It's something I loved doing when I was little, and it was so fun to take them and see them have a go. All right, let's now hear from some of our mates.
Hi, I am Lila. I'm 7 years old, and this week I'm very thankful for how the world has been made so beautifully. Hi, I'm AJ, and I'm 5 years old, and I really thank you for getting invited to my nanny's house.
Hi, I'm Lachlan and I'm 11 years old. I'm very thankful for a long school holidays.
Hi, my name's Annalisa. I'm 38 years old and I'm very thankful this week that school has gone back.
All right, before I say goodbye, let's check how well you've been listening. Question number 1. How many thumbs do koalas have on their front paws? Yeah, 2 thumbs on each front paw. Question number 2. What country were the boys' soccer team trapped in a cave? Thailand. Good job. And final question. According to 1 John chapter 3 verse 23, what 2 things does God command us to do? Yeah, believe in Jesus and love one another. Good job. Well, that's a wrap on today's episode of Ali and Mates. Until next time, have fun, stay curious, and always be kind. Bye for now.
Farewell.
Goodbye.
When I feel so tired, 3, I don't want to do this, but I'm doing it.
What happened to 2?
No, I don't know.
Well, thank you for doing it.